Uber presents Cricbuzz Comm halfway through this West Indies innings, and just as comparison, it's a pretty stark comparison. The West Indies are 67 for 4, India were 83 for no loss. Now you can make up 16 runs somewhere, but as Ajay Jadeja loves saying, you can never make up the wickets, and that's the big factor. 67 for 4 means they need 129 runs in 10 overs with essentially the lower half.
It's a tough call. I mean, you don't. I can't find a way how they're going to get there though, because you've got a couple of overs from Kuldeep Yadav. Bumrah still got his 3 overs, so that's 5 out of those 10 that we're looking at. But there, I mean, it's a possibility in the sense, but I don't see it. I mean, it's not a probability.
I mean, the only one who can win it for them from here, and he'll have to play a flyer, is Kyron Pollard. I mean, Dinesh Ramdeen's played some innings. Carlos Brathwaite has played the odd innings. Fabian Allen has done some stuff in the CPL. But really, in terms of these conditions, you need Kyron Pollard to go and do something special.
Yeah, he'll have to change gears because, you know, you need to get that run rate with Ramdeen at the other end. So he'll have to take charge. And the way he's approached Kuldeep Yadav, I mean, that's my only worry, because you were talking of another 4 overs going through. And if he's just going to hang around for those next 4 overs, then you're looking at what?
True.
8 overs, 110 to get. The run rate is never a problem for them, because Brathwaite, who's going to follow, we've seen what he's done in the World Cup T20 final, so he could hit 4 sixes at the end. But you'll have to get that close. And I think this period from here till 15th over is where they would probably just go out of the game. Because if they stay in the game, Ramdeen and Pollard still around 5 overs, 80 to get, I would say that's a better chance than they have at this stage than 10 overs, 110, 120 odd to get.
You know, to me, one of the highlights of this innings, and dare I say the highlights of the match, came in Kuldeep Yadav's first over. The batsman was Darren Bravo. He plays a slash, the ball is travelling. Those are not easy to catch at slip, and he pulled Rohit Sharma's slip catching has just been fantastic.
Yeah, he's fielded well, and in the slip he looks good, and it actually coincides mostly. I mean, when you see batsmen batting well, it's when the hands are loose, you know, you're maneuvering the ball. It happens, and it happened the other way around with me when I was struggling with my batting. And you'd always see that people, when they're struggling with their batting, what happens is your hands get stiff, your body is stiff, and catching is not that easy. But when it's all flowing, then, you know, everything looks easy, and he's got great hands. It's just, in fact, he used to be an outstanding fielder. You know, a couple of years ago when he was, you know, lighter, a few kilos lighter, he's an outstanding fielder. He's naturally brilliant, but he's batting so well, so he's taken it easy with his fielding. So slips is probably the place to be now.
The fact that Krunal Pandya 2 overs 17 and Kuldeep Yadav 2 overs 2 for 10 means dew may not be such a big factor, because Kuldeep Yadav is getting the ball to grip in turn, so dew will not be such a big factor. They only need to get 4 overs out of these guys.
Yeah, at this stage, I mean, even if there is, because the batsman's not attacking, what that dew normally does is, one, you don't get that grip, and you rightly said Kuldeep looks, he doesn't look uncomfortable, but the ball comes on. But when you're just defending, whether it's a good wicket, bad wicket, it's the mindset is at the moment just to block. Once they get going, you know, when somebody gets after you, and then that good length ball is also, you know, picked up easily.
Because it skids on too easily.
Skids
like
on,
that,
and then you can play those cut shots because the ball comes on. But it's only when they are attacking. When you're not attacking, the dew is there, and I'm sure it's there.
It is. I mean,
but it's not affecting that much.
They keep carrying that rope around. Does that work? It just takes the surface moisture off, but it's going to come again.
It does. And the other thing is, in the 2020, I feel that the dew probably doesn't play as much a big role as well, because the white ball has got a gloss, unlike the red ball. The leather doesn't soak in that much water when it's new. The gloss keeps the water away. When it's really old and the gloss comes off, then the leather starts soaking in that little moisture that we always worry about. So in a one-day game, the ball is a little older, and then the ball probably soaks in that much more. In a 2020 over game, the first 10 overs, the ball is still hard, new, the gloss is so much, and the seam of this Kookaburra ball is different from our seam. It's a smaller seam, so the seam on the ball is not as big to consume that water in it, and maybe that's why it doesn't affect as much.
It's amazing how things change in the middle of a short segment, but we're saying the only one who can win it is Pollard. Pollard caught and bowled Bumrah. End the game?
End of game a long time ago. I think with 5 wickets down, I mean, I don't see a way how West Indies is going to get this.
End the game. We'll be with you at the end of the over. At the end, not the over. Sorry, we'll be with you at the end of this game, but it may not be that far away. This is Uber presents Cricbuzz Comm.